Congratulations! Since if you are watching this video, it means you are part already of the expedition to Aconcagua Mount this season. I am Viviana from Acomara. It is a huge pleasure to contact you by this means and start organizing together your expedition. Acomara has performed expeditions to Aconcagua for over 10 years and we are aware about the effort that implies to travel here. So, we will support you at all times. Once you are in Mendoza, I will be your customer support to help you with anything you might need. Remember, round-trip group transfers to Aconcagua are included. All meals in the mountains are included too. Also is the hotel in Penitentes or Puente El Inca, just before entering the park. Also, load mules which carry the equipment to the base camp, as well as the portage of almost all common equipment to altitude camps. Guides, tents are also included. The permit to enter the park is not included. For that, you need to see me. Then, I am giving you some tips which could help you on your trip. Make a note with my information and the hotel you will be staying at the first night. My telephone number and WhatsApp is +54 92 61 344 5555. My email address is customers@aconcaguaexpeditions.com. Both my telephone and email will be available on November the 1st. Remember, our regular programs include only 2 hotel nights in Mendoza, one at the beginning and other at the end of the expedition, when you come back. In the case the transfer in is included in your service, when you arrive in Mendoza Airport, if your flight is on time, it is possible you have to wait for the driver up to 15 minutes. If it is delayed, you may have to wait for him up to 30 minutes. But if your flight changed, the driver will not be waiting for you. So please contact me and I will send the driver to pick you up from the customer service office inside the airport. In this case, the delay might be 1 hour. If you are in the street and you are carrying money or you are wearing a bag, be careful. Another important point to have in mind is that during the last 30 days before the expedition starts, only payments in cash with paper bill will be accepted. Also, during those days, payments by banking transference, credit card or debit will not be accepted. Before sending us money, make sure the information of our account is correct. When you arrive in Mendoza, you might suffer from jet lag, so it's important not to start directly with your program. It is not recommended for a correct acclimatization. We even recommend you to arrive in Mendoza at least 1 day before the beginning of your program, to avoid paying additional costs if extra services which are not included in our program happen to appear in case of delays due to flight cancellations, schedule change, luggage loss or delay, etc. We suggest you not to bring valuable electronics or personal stuff to Aconcagua. The company is not responsible in case of ruptures, total or partial damages, total or partial robberies, when the luggage stays in the base camp, nor when it is transported by mules, porters or bus. We suggest you to padlock it. Please remember to bring all the required documentation like passport, documents, visa, only in case it is necessary, flight tickets, etc. We recommend you to make a medical check with your family doctor and dentist before traveling. In case you suffer from diabetes, edema, heart problems, hernia, history of any of these conditions, etc., you must bring a medical certificate that enables you to climb Aconcagua. Take with your documents a detail of the diseases you suffer from and the medicines that cause you allergy. In case you take medication every day, bring a prescription with the drug's generic name. You could also bring a second pair of glasses. If you have a medical insurance, check the expiration date and cover. If you don't have, we recommend you to hire one. Remember, any precautions that you take before traveling could make you save a lot of time and avoid setbacks. The first meeting you are having in Mendoza is with me or other member of my work team. During that moment, we will sign the terms and conditions of the provision of services that you already agreed in the moment you booked. I will inform you what day and what hour you are meeting the guides, and you are also going to pay me the remaining balance of the expedition. We remind you the expedition must be fully paid before the beginning, and only payments in cash will be accepted in this instance. Once you are here, payments with credit card or debit card nor bank transfer will be accepted. You cannot withdraw money from the banks in Argentina. You can only withdraw a small amount of Argentinian pesos every 24 hours from ATMs, just peso, not dollars. Therefore, we ask you to bring the money with you on the plane from your country, since it will be impossible for you to withdraw the money from the bank or ATMs to pay the balance of your expedition. Do not forget, only 2 days in Mendoza City are included on your program, one at the beginning and one at the return of your expedition, the night you come back from Aconcagua. Any other night in Mendoza is not included in our program. Now, I have some comments about the itinerary of your expedition. The itinerary of your regular open expeditions includes up to 19 days. In case of private or extended expeditions, the itinerary could be different. Day number 1 of the itinerary, a technical meeting with the guides will be carried out. They will explain about the expedition in the mountain, and they will check the equipment of every climber in your hotel room. After this, the guides will accompany you to rent the remaining equipment. This is the first hotel night in Mendoza included in your expedition. That is why we recommend you to arrive in Mendoza 1 or 2 days before the day number 1 of your itinerary. So in case of delay, all the activities of these days and the meeting with the guides will not be affected. In case you arrive day number 1 of the itinerary, it must be always before 11 a.m. Argentinian hour. Day number 2 of the itinerary, you get the permits in the morning, and immediately after, the transfer to the mountains starts. That night, you sleep in Penitentes or Puente del Inca, and you enter Aconcagua Park the next morning, day number 3. In the case the route you take is the normal route, day number 8 and 12 of the itinerary, there are acclimatization treks. Your personal backpack stays in the camp, and every climber will collaborate by carrying some food or common gear. On the other hand, in the case the route you take is the Polish Glacier, day number 7 and 10 of the itinerary, there are acclimatization treks. Your personal backpack stays in the camp, and every climber will collaborate by carrying some food or common gear. Also some food, day 13. Anyway, in case you wish the help of a porter to carry your own backpack during all the expedition, you may ask for this service, paying an additional cost. It is called Porter Optional Service. It must be booked in advance to guarantee the porter availability during those days. The maximum extension of the itinerary is up to 19 days, consistent in 17 days of regular program and 2 additional days which can only be taken in the mountain in case of bad weather conditions which prevent the normal development of the 17-day program. So the program may have a maximum of 19 days. Generally, there are good weather conditions and the program ends in 17 days. But in case of bad weather conditions, it may extend to 18 or 19 days top. The 2 extra days referred in the program can be taken only in the mountain and only in case of bad weather conditions, which prevent the normal development of the 17 days. The guide of your expedition will be in charge of taking the decision about how many days the itinerary will last. In case the weather conditions are too adverse or causes beyond our control make it impossible to continue with the normal development of the itinerary, an early descent might exist because a 2-day wait won't be enough to be able to have conditions which allow the ascent. In this case, the group might come back to Mendoza before 17 days. This rarely happens, but as weather conditions are unpredictable, we remind you to have in mind we cannot tell you for sure what day you descend to Mendoza. Whatever you don't take with you to Aconcagua Park, you can leave it in Mendoza, in the hotel where your expedition starts. Because when you return from Aconcagua, you spend the night in the same hotel. This is the second night included in the program. The morning after your return, I am visiting you in the hotel to ask you about your expedition, to give you the certificate and presents, to arrange the transfer out in case it is included, to offer you some tools you could take before leaving Mendoza, and also to know if you would like to extend your stay in the hotel, since it is cheaper to book the hotel with us than booking it at the hotel desk. In the email address where you receive this video, you will also find a PDF file containing the itinerary, including another including services and the contract you must sign here in Mendoza. We hope this video will be very helpful. We are doing everything possible to do things easier, so that you can enjoy this incredible adventure. We are available for any doubts you may have. We wish you the best on the preparations of your trip to Mendoza. See you very, very soon.